Let's go and try to see what we are going to cover as part of the cloud data engineering. Okay, if you see this one, this is our repository where we kept all the materials. So as part of the cloud data engineering, we are focusing mainly on the Azure cloud data engineering. We're focusing. Okay, so if we go and try to observe, we have mainly three types of clouds are available, right? Those are AWS, then Azure, then GCP. These are the three types of clouds what we have. Of course, there are hundreds of clouds are there in the market, but famous clouds are these are the three things. Okay. Now we are here to focus on Azure related data engineering. We want to know about it. Okay. So if you go and try to compare any platform, if you take the AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, one component you land it in another cloud, exploring that one is very easy because overall concepts you will be aware of it. That means the moment I explained Azure, tomorrow some reason your company is focusing on the GCP. I don't think so. You need separate training. Okay, if you have the time, then you can able to go GCP your own and you can able to learn very easily. So to understand that one, this table may be helpful to you. For example, the terminology wise, you can see here, you want to store the data. You want to store the data. In the AWS, okay, if you go for object storage, for storing any files you regularly use, simple storage service, which is known as S3. In our Azure, same thing we call it as blob. In Google Cloud, we'll call it as cloud storage bucket. What we are going to do in the training room is, okay, we are going to explain about what is object storage. We're going to explain. This is the concept. This is the concept. Once you know this concept, here you may be using, okay, to store these objects, you may be using Azure Blob Storage, you may be using. Okay, this also we are going to explain it. So we know what is object storage, you are aware of it, and also you are aware of it, how to store this object inside the Azure, you are aware of it. Tomorrow I ask you to explore, go to the GCP and store the same object over there means, can you able to Google same thing in the and you can able to get the navigation, concept, you know, the equivalent object in the Google Cloud. So can you able to Google it and can you get the navigation?
Yes.
Yes. So based on that line, what I'm trying to say is if you know one cloud perfectly, then exploring other cloud will be easier. It's not that difficult. Now, this is about the storage. We are here majorly to focus on the data engineering area, nothing but analytics area. Analytics means two things will be covering here. One is called as data engineering, second is called as data analysis. Both the things together, we are going to call it as analytics. If you see this analytics, end of my classes, okay, 3 months of classes, whatever we have it, you should be able to know each and every concept, whatever listed here. Whatever listed here. You should know what is data warehouse. What is data warehouse? You should know what is big data platform. You should know what you mean by business analytics. Okay, real-time analysis means what you need to know. What is ETL? What is extract, transform, load, ETL? Workflow orchestration. Okay, that means how to run one workflow after another workflow, or bunch of workflows parallel, bunch of workflows serial, those all things. How to create the data lake, then how you can search the things in the cloud. Then what you mean by data catalog. So these all things concepts wise you should know, and also the corresponding things here, whatever we have the technology stack Azure wise, we should able to know those things. So majorly if you go and try to observe here, right, we have something called as data factory. Okay, data factory. Then if you go and try to observe Synapse Analytics, if you know data factory, you can take it yourself as a Synapse Analytics also. We are covering the big data platform. You can notice these all things we are going to cover. Power BI mainly covers on the data analyst role. Data analyst role. You're applying for the data analyst role, that means developing the reports and all, then we need the Power BI and all. Okay, that also there. 8 to 9, we are going to cover that one. Stream analytics are event hubs. Okay, how to create the event hub, how to stream the data. Okay, then data share, cognitive search, and pure view. These all components where it is available in the uh, Azure, how to use those things, you should be able to know here. Got my point? So overall, the concepts wise, these are the concepts very high level you need to know. Concepts wise, these are the concepts we need to know very high level. More deeply, you should be aware of it. What is the data processing? That is nothing but ETL activity. More you need to know. Extract, transform, load. What do you mean by exactly ETL? We need to know. Okay, that ETL we are trying to do it using the component. What is the component name?
Data factory.
Data factory. So we'll start our journey with that, and slowly we are going to explore remaining components also. We are going to explore. Why I kept this screenshot here is to get the confidence. Okay, whatever you want it, technology wise, you can able to do everything inside the cloud only. Tomorrow, some reason you want to upgrade yourself to machine learning and AI. Already started using the Azure, so doing this machine learning and AI also very easy for you. Okay, because you know how to open the website, those all things, how to use the components and all. So very easy because for data engineering or data science, whatever it is, these things are common. Storage is common, database is common, compute is common. These three things are common. Anything you want to do it in the Azure or wherever it is, you need to know what is storage meaning, what is database meaning, what is compute. You need to know. Once you know those three things, then only will go for it. May be data engineering. Data engineering people will be learning data science and AI. These people will be learning ML and AI. Someone who is saying as okay, I want to work with the networking. Okay, like cyber security, this kind of roles you want to perform, then you may be going for the network related things. You may be going for like management, security, identity, and all. So in this, what I can see is all the IT. I am seeing it. All the IT. One company you have it. One product-based company you have it. You want to do the business end to end. You want to do means everything supporting technologies are available in this graph. I recommend you people to walk through it. This slide throughout our course. Throughout our course. Okay. Whenever I explain something, for example, today I highlighted like ETL means data factory highlighted. If really you have the time, not deep level, at least very high level, go and try to see what is this glue, what is this data fusion, so that other clouds, how they are behaving, you come to understand. Am I clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Hmm.
Now, where is this? Now, okay, this data factory has fallen as a ETL tool, and where the Hadoop and
Those are big data platforms, right?
Yeah, big data platforms and um, Databricks fall under.
Yeah, Databricks is somehow it is not given here, but Databricks also you can write. Okay, here in this place you can able to write it.
So Databricks is not a ETL tool.
ETL, but on the big data platform.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what we are using over there. Totally Spark we are using over there. Running the Spark, Hadoop, those things, right? So those things running the Spark we are doing in the Databricks we are doing it. So you can take here Databricks.
Okay.
Somehow it is missing in this slide. I'll correct it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Databricks we can use in AWS and Azure. Yes.
yeah, everywhere you can use it. Because that Databricks is an independent component. That's what. Uh, if you write here, then we have to write here also. We have to write here also. It's an independent component, so it's not owned by Azure. It's an integration just.
And Airflow is
Airflow
only
is
for
a open
Amazon or
source. Airflow is a open source. Okay, it is purely Python based component, and they integrate in the Amazon Web Service already. In the data factory also, we have now, but it is in the trial mode. Okay, it's not fully productionized.
so Airflow cannot be used in Azure or can be used.
Can be. Yeah, if you see now itself, if you go and try to observe, we have the Airflow option is available. Recent versions they integrated. If you go and try to
Oh,
observe the ADF, let us say data factories. This is the ADF portal, and the ADF portal. Oh, let me create it. It's not there. Okay, create data factory. Okay, I will show it once it is created. It is already available, but it's not really productionized. Okay, early bird access they are trying to provide it. Okay, Airflow also very easy
no.
component. It's purely Python based one. As part of our course, we are learning this Airflow. As part of this learning, we are learning the Python, right? As you know the
Mhm.
Python, you can take it as Airflow. You are aware of it. Okay, so it's
So
a
so
pure
whenever
Python.
there is a requirement for Airflow, should I mention Airflow only in AWS experience or can I mention it even in Azure?
You can mention the Azure also, and you can mention the AWS. Even independently also you can mention.
Okay. Okay.
Independently
Thank you.
means inside the laptop now itself, you can go and you can install it immediately. Install Airflow in our laptop directly
Okay.
and write
Okay.
some Python codes to control the workflows. These two things I want to run in parallel. These two things I want to run in serial. Those all things you can control. You can see here robust integrations. Here they provided Microsoft Azure, they provided. Okay, and Amazon Web Service they provided, Google Cloud Platform they provided. We can able to integrate anywhere. It's independent component like Databricks, how it is independent component. Similarly, this also independent component. Wherever you want to integrate, you can able to integrate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this name is
Uh,
already in use. Okay, I'll talk about this later anyhow. Let us go for the demo continuation, right?
Sir, I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Azure SQL is also one of the service, right?
Yeah, yeah. SQL
So,
database, you meant to say, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the commands and everything are similar to SQL commands.
Yep, yep, yep. Whatever we have here, database. If you go for the database here, so the relational database is mainly we are thinking about here, right? So sorry. If you go for databases here, so if you observe relational DB management, there you can notice SQL and SQL databases. So this is purely whatever we know SQL normal way. Same thing we are going to write over there.
Okay. And there are some Azure functions also. What for those, sir? I mean, generally to have the over idea about Azure services,
Okay.
there is one
Suppose
service Azure functions.
suppose you want to write some Scala code or some Python code. You want to write it to achieve some functionality. You can write that Python code. You can write it. That entire Python code as a function. We can create it. Okay.
So,
That function we can call in the ADF.
so it is something like a complete C sharp code, like something like it is
Whatever.
main, which starts from main and
Yes. Azure functions is nothing but it's a kind of black box. Inside that one, whatever code you want, you can write it. Based on the code, system is going to select the compute engine in the runtime.
okay.
Yeah, right. So overall, what I want to say is here, first point, we have majorly three clouds are available: AWS, Azure, and GCP. These are the three clouds. Okay, everyone need to know what is storage meaning. Everyone need to know what is database meaning. Everyone need to know what is compute meaning. And we are going to focus on analytics related things. We are going to focus. So these four things we are going to focus entirely in our course. We are not focusing on the cyber security. We are not focusing on the ML and AI. We are not focusing. Okay. Up to this, up to this line, we are going to know each and every component we need to know. Even some reason I did not get time to explore some other things in the class, you can able to explore your own. Okay, but for example, here I have the database means so many databases are available. It's not possible to explain all the databases. Okay, one or two things we explained. The remaining things you should be in a position to explore it as per your demand of your project. Okay, similarly storage also. Okay, now the third point is we are going to start our journey with Azure Cloud Data Engineering. As part of that, Azure Data Factory, we are going to see it. And Azure Data Factory, if you know, then you can take out yourself as Azure Synapse also. Because Azure Data Factory and Azure Synapse both are one and same. Both are one and same. For example, if I go and try to Google something in the here, let's see the linked service in ADF. That's what I am trying to provide it. Then I got here official document of Microsoft. I got it. And if you observe in the top, this documentation, whatever available, linked service documentation, whatever available, is it applicable to only ADF or it's applicable to Azure Synapse also? Is it applicable to only ADF or it is applicable to Azure Synapse also?
For both.
For both. Most of the concepts, if you go for integration runtime. Okay, that is one of the concept. If you go and try to observe integration runtime, then you'll see here in the top, this also applies to only ADF or Azure Synapse. That means most of the concepts, 90% of the concepts are same. 90% of the concepts are same. Okay, right. So based on that one, we are going to say now, if you know Azure Data Factory, you can take yourself as a granted, Azure Synapse also. We'll do a couple of activities here also. We are going to do it. Next is available Azure Fundamentals. Azure Fundamentals means you need to know first three things, right? storage, compute database. Storage, compute database. Those all things will be falling under Azure fundamentals. We need to know how to store the data, what type of compute engine we are going to use it, okay, how much power of the RAM, cores, those all things we need to know. So under this Azure fundamentals only, we are going to get here, these all things we are going to get it, like Azure blobs, Azure SQL databases, we are going to get it. Then next we have here Azure batch account. The batch account is nothing but, yeah, our friend asked, okay, what is Azure function, right? Similar to the Azure function, we have the Azure batch account. If you want to write some code, some Python code, you want to write it. I want to run that Python code separately. Then we are going to create here one batch account. We are going to create it. We are going to see one example in our regular training. Next, we have here Azure Logic Apps. The logic apps is nothing but if you want to send some kind of mails, then this logic apps will be very useful. Not only mails, there are a lot of things you can do it. But in our activity, we are going to use this logic apps for sending the mails purpose. One pipeline is completed, we want to get the mail of success mail. Even some reason it is failed also, I should get the mail of failure mail. That purpose, we are going to use logic apps. So, etc. I did not cover here all the components. That's what I kept here, dot, 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 I kept it. Most of the things, whatever we needed to survive as a Azure data engineer, those all components we're going to cover here. Okay, that is the first course, we can say ADF. Then second, we have here any one language is required to survive in the current industry. That language is preferably Python. most of the people are most of the people are using Python. Even tools are created using Python. Just now I shown some of the things, right? For example, Airflow is a tool. You can observe here, what is this? This tool itself is purely developed using what? Python. So even though we have Java, Scala, so many things are available in the market, Python market is more. Okay, tomorrow you want to upgrade yourself as data engineer to data scientist, or data scientist to prompt engineer. Anything you want to upgrade it, all you have to do is Python. You have to learn more specifically. For example, you may be aware of it. One of the role is available, prompt engineer now, right? Some of the companies are calling prompt engineer. You know what do you mean by exactly prompt engineer? Exactly what do you mean by prompt engineer? So prompt engineer means we are going to use here chat GPT, this kind of things we are going to use it. You know what is chat GPT again? Chat GPT is a one of the package inside the Python. If you go and try to see the chat GPT Python, then let me open directly pip otherwise. I'm opening the pip.org. Pip meaning Python package index. Okay, sorry. Yeah. PYPI. If you go and try to observe here, suppose chart GPT, we are trying to provide it. Then we are going to get here one of the package, we are going to get it. So the code, whatever available here, we are going to understand very easily. If you know base Python, we are aware of it. So what I want to say is whatever Python I am giving, that core level of Python as well as advanced level of Python, tomorrow some reason you want to upgrade your career path towards data scientist or towards prompt engineer, whatever it is, really you can able to explore your own and you can able to upgrade your career path, you can able to upgrade it. For data engineering, everything we are going to cover end-to-end Python, that is core level of Python and advanced level of Python, both will be covered. Next is we need to know what is big data. That is nothing but what is Hadoop. So we are going to cover Hadoop. To learn the Hadoop, surely we need here basic Linux commands because our end of the day, our operating systems Mostly or all servers will be available in the Linux machines only. We won't use the Windows machines as a servers. Though we have the Windows servers available, but most of the companies, 99.999% or all servers will be Linux servers. Due to that, you need to know basic Linux commands. Simply one file you want to copy from one place to another place also, you have to use the command. So the reason we need to know what you mean by Linux commands here. Then HDFS commands, nothing but Hadoop file system commands. What do you mean by Hive data warehouse? Okay, we need to know what is data warehouse and what do you mean by Hive data warehouse. Scoop and Scala, Python, Spark, Aritan. These all things we need to know. Okay, that is a big data stack wise what you need to know. Next is we have here Databricks is available. Databricks also independent component. It can be integratable with any cloud. Okay. Now PySpark is the main one. That means we are going to write the Python code and we are going to run in the Spark. We are going to run it. That's what the meaning of PySpark. PySpark we are going to use inside the Databricks. We are going to use it. Okay. So we are going to know about what is meant by PySpark in a house. On-premise how we can do it. PySpark cloud how we can do it. Spark shell means what and Databricks means what. Those things we're going to know about here. Total duration of this one is 2.5 months. It is going to take it. I will help you in creating the CV and also I'll help you doing the proxy of that one. Okay. So
So,
even in
sir, I have one more
Mhm,
question. For
mhm.
creating the CV, do we need to come up with our own projects, or you are going to give the?
Okay. If you have the projects, it is good always. Okay. If you ask me to give it, I can give it. So there are two types of people basically, right? One type of people are they work with some technology, XYZ technology they work and they want to do the career path in the data engineering. That kind of people they can use their customers, their project and they can use it. The technology they can change as a data engineering. For example, I have a resource who is working on the testing right now. And testing resource, you want to change his career path to data engineering. Testing means you already started working with one customer, okay, and you know the business very well, right? I recommend in that situations, keep his projects only whatever you worked, and then you can change all the roles and responsibilities from testing to data engineering. You can change it. That is the one scenario. Second scenario, people are they did not work any technology. Okay, they have the OPT visa kind of thing. Okay, they are fresh graduates kind of thing. In that case, I will give the projects also. I will give it. Okay, or I'll suggest which customers to put it. They can put that customers and they can move on.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Now, so learning curve is very important here. Even if you want to do the proxy nowadays, um, it's a I'm speaking means we have to use some kind of tools. We have to use it as part of this one. Okay, for example, Otter.ai. So this kind of tools, we are going to use it to do the proxy kind of thing. That means whenever someone is asking the question I am going to, even though I am in India, you are in the US, I will be able to listen that question. Then I will be speaking the answer. The answer will be typed directly. Depend. Spelling is wrong.
Double
OTT
check.
here, I think. Yeah,
Double check.
OTT here. Yeah, OTT here. Yeah. So this kind of many things are there like this, but this is the one we are using it. Okay, so the moment I am speaking your answer, that will be typed over there. That we are going to see it, and you should able to explain the same thing without any gaps and all. There are some practical problems are there because of our communications or whatever it is. While I speaking something here and there, it will understand differently and put different things. So you have minimal knowledge, then you should able to answer properly. Otherwise, it is very difficult. You understand my point, right? Don't blindly read whatever it is typing over there. Okay. Sometimes I may be saying as, okay, Amazon Web Service. It may not write sometimes Amazon Web Service. Something else is written means it is a problem. Same thing, should not read it. Okay. This one you have to use as a guide kind of thing and should able to learn properly. Okay. Okay. Now let us go for detailed syllabus in the cloud data engineering page itself. If you see here, detailed syllabus I provided. So cloud data engineering course content. Then we have here Azure Data Factory. And if you want to clear the certification also, we are supporting the certification DP203 Data Engineering on Microsoft Azure. You can contact Renuka for the certification clearance purpose. She is able to help you out. Okay, DP203 is the Microsoft official certificate. If you can go and you can observe here. I think I kept here the skills, those all things I kept here. This is the Microsoft certified. Data analyst means we have the PL300 is the data analyst. This is the Microsoft certificate for the Azure Data Engineer Associate. Okay, this is called as technically DP203. Okay, they are covering data factory, Synapse Analytics, Stream Analytics, Event Hubs, Data Lake, and Databricks. So if you know these all things, you are a qualified Azure data engineer. These all things we are going to cover in our class. Okay, this exam is called as what? DP203. And one more exam is available, that is for data analyst role. Okay, I shown in the diagram previously analytics. Under the analytics, we have the data engineer as well as data analyst. Data analyst means that code is PL300 is the certificate. They will be focused mainly on the Power BI. They are going to focus throughout the Azure. Power BI is the only one which is they are going to focus. Okay, there we have different concepts are available. Those all concepts you need to know. Am I clear? These are the exam pattern. Preparing the data, 25 to 30% questions, modeling, visualization, deployment. This is how they divide the number of questions. Okay, so now we can able to clear the certification also. If anyone is interested, you can able to do it. ADF, I given very detailed information I provided, what I am going to cover as part of the course I given here. You can able to walk through it. So introduction, as part of the introduction, we'll be knowing first what is ETL, what is ELT, ETL and ELT, and different ETL tools available in the market, Azure Data Factory introduction, something like this. So go through today, line by line, go through it, and let me know if you're not comfortable anything, or if you things like you want to add something, please let me know. Okay, next is available storage accounts. So we have different regions, different types of storage accounts. Those things we are going to see it. Then different types of databases. In that one, Azure SQL database, we are going to explore it. Then we'll be integrating what you mean by linked service, how to create it, integration runtimes, what you mean by data set. We are going to start creating the pipelines here, blob to blob pipeline or whatever it is. Okay, so like this, the course will go, and even we are going to cover the DevOps, whatever which is required for the our data engineering things. As part of this one, Git we are going to cover, and version controlling, those things we are going to learn about it. Next we have here Python. Python basic level. We are going to cover these many concepts we are going to cover. Everyone has this link. Let me share in this chart. Come on. My Teams is this much slow. Okay, it looks like too much slow it is. All you have to do is github.com, you have to type /RRITech. Then you're going to get cloud data engineering, you're going to get automatically. Okay. Remember that URL. Okay. Now, core level of Python, there we are going to learn up to for loop, we are going to learn about it, if else statements, while, break, those all things. In advanced Python, we are going to learn about how to create the functions, how to create the methods, modules, okay, then packages, oops concepts are going to learn about it. So end to end Python we are going to cover, no doubt in that. Then we are going to know about big data. In the big data VM, we are going to use it to learning purpose, and Linux commands, HDFS commands, Hive, Scoop, PySpark, we are going to learn about it. Then we'll go with the Databricks, we'll be learning about it. Okay, so the course will be going in this is what the order I'm going to cover. Totally majorly we have the four pieces we have here. One is called as ADF. Okay, second is called as Python. Third is called as big data. Fourth is called as Databricks. While are learning ADF itself, we'll be knowing about different storage systems, different computer systems, okay, different databases, and version controlling, how we can do it, DevOps work, how we can do it. Those all things will be covered as part of that course. Am I clear? Now you can use this time for questionnaire because I don't want to speak too much in the demo itself. Okay, this is a time for our questions. Whatever questions you have, it you can ask it so that I can able to cover those questions. And today, totally spend the time on this website and observe the syllabus paper, observe the material also. Each and every lesson has very clear material. We have it like screenshot wise. We are provided the material here. Okay, you can able to practice your own. That's what my goal. Everything is like this screenshot wise available, and everything we have here, our website is available. In that website, videos are be provided. As we have the notes, as we have the videos both, you should be in a position to learn our own. For example, it may be Python, or it may be ADF, whatever it is. We have the video course list is available. If you click on this one, there is a curriculum. If you click on this curriculum, then we have the videos are available here. So we have the clear picture of the materials. We have the clear picture of the videos are available. Best learning is best learning is whenever I complete one chapter, you need to go to the my material and complete it. And same thing, you can Google it and you can see more examples on the same topic. Okay, on one topic, you have a number of examples, right? I may not be able to cover all the examples in the class. So once the topic is completed, you can go and you can Google it and you can learn more. So minimum 4 to 5 hours you have to spend per day. Then you will be master after 1.5 months, you will be master on the data engineering. Am I clear? Any questions?
Sir, can we, yeah, can we get your email ID or contact information if you have any questions?
Yeah, we have the phone number, right? You can go and you can. This is my phone number. 9573 707079. Okay. But mostly what I recommend is don't go direct interactions in the WhatsApp or anywhere. Okay. If you have one question, how you can interact with me, right? For example, tomorrow I'm going to start the cloud data engineering. In that one, Azure Data Factory I may start. Once I start that one, first chapter I'm going with the ADF 01 introduction I'm going. Okay, suppose I explain this one. Whatever I'm using this one is a what portal I'm using? GitHub portal, right? So in this chapter, we have some questions. In this chapter, we have some questions. Then here itself, you can go ahead and you can click on the edit this file. In the bottom, you can write your questions, you can able to write it. So if you go to the bottom of this one, the bottom you can put your questions. Okay, questions. Then here itself, you write here one question, whatever you have it. Okay, then next day, if you ask, okay, sir, this is a question I have in next day chapter, then I will be referring that one. I will be answering that question immediately. Even once you created the question, that notification also I will get it. Okay, and this will be useful to rest of the people also. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
This is the more interaction, and it is a future use also will be there. If you something question you're asking one to one in the WhatsApp, that will be with you and with me only, because of our mobiles also will not support more memory and all. Every 90 days we are going to clear all the WhatsApp history. We are clearing it now, right? So from here, if you do ask some questions, I will write answer also here, so that that will be useful to you as well as rest of our people also will be useful. I recommend everyone to create one GitHub account. It's very simple. Sign up you can do using your Gmail. Once you did it, their pen symbol will appear for you. If you click on this pen symbol in the bottom, just follow the syntax how other things are written. Just write here your answers. That's it. I mean questions here. Okay, just follow the syntax here. There is a markdown language they're using here. I'll explain what is markdown language also as part of our course. Okay, alignments, those all things I'll be taking care about it anyhow. So you write your question and leave it. Something alignment is not proper, I will adjust it. Got my point?
And sir, do we have classes like every day?
Yeah, every day we have the classes, Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, no classes. And that to
Okay,
Saturday, Sunday meaning India, Saturday, Sunday, no classes.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one question.
Mhm.
Like, how is the job prospect like, and who will be the um, companies? What kind of companies are going to recruit the cloud engineer? Like, some companies might be running since last 10 years. They already have the data in the SQL server. Are they wants to move all the data into cloud, or the cloud is only for the new projects? What is the job market, and who really recruits the cloud engineers?
Yeah. So even though we have the old systems are available, for example, yeah, in your example, you said like SQL Server. Okay. So SQL Server, they're using it. But what happens is there is an in-house, right? That means they install SQL Server, they maintain their own server, those all things. That is a headache for them. And nowadays, cybersecurity also very important thing. Okay, we are maintaining some server in our premises. Okay, then there is a hacking problems, those all things also coming. Due to these all reasons, people are moving, even though they are maintaining from 10 years or 15 years on-premise systems, they are maintaining it. People are moving to the cloud. So you can see almost all customers are moving to the cloud, even though they are using from last 15 or 20 years in-house systems, they are moving to the cloud now.
So how will this movement take? Like, uh, they completely discard the old SQL server, or they maintain two copies?
No, no,
Or
no. Completely they decommission that and they will try to move into the cloud.
okay,
Yeah. The migration is very easy. It's not that tough. Okay, it's kind of lift and shift. Okay, lift and shift
uh,
methodologies we have it. So over the night or over the 1 or 2 days, we are able to move on-premise SQL server to cloud SQL server.
like some databases where the stored procedures and everything will be stored, will be there, right? Since last 10 years. So how
Mhm.
they are going to move those stored procedures also, data, stored procedures, and all that stuff?
See, one point is Software is same, right? It may be previously used inside our laptop, it's on premise. Now we are installed same SQL server in the cloud and are using it. Software is same. Software wise, no change, right?
Okay, so on Azure also the SQL Server will be installed and data will be moved from
Yeah,
local to
yeah,
cloud.
yeah.
Okay,
Only thing is runtime storage you want. Now we have 1 TB storage. Tomorrow your business is grown, I want 10 TB. In on-premise means you have to think about, okay, how to add this hard disk, those all headaches will be there, infrastructure issues and all. In the cloud means that kind of issues will not be there. Just one radio button, you have to click it, then you'll get the more space. Okay, compute also in the same way. We have let's say 64 gigabyte RAM is available. That is not enough. 128 I want it. In the on-premise means you have to think about it. There you need not think about it, just matter of switching the radio button. So because of the infrastructure issues, people are moving to the cloud and also security point of view also. Yeah. Bottom line, your question answer is almost all customers are using cloud now.
so one extension question. Suppose if we want to move the SQL Server, so are we going to use any tools of the Azure to move it?
Yeah, we have tools.
Like what are those tools?
Just it's a migration wizard. Okay, the database whatever available, we're going to export it. We'll get the dot backup file. We're going to get it. That we're going to import here.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you see one of the thing in our classroom, not in the cloud data engineering, in the Power BI class, we used to use deploy one of the database actually. So if you go for the notebooks here, then installations, I think. So this is SQL Server installation, then SSMS, yeah. So this is about the database we have it. For example, if we go to this link, the moment we have one SQL server, we can able to export that one. If we export it, we'll get the .baq file. We are going to get it something like this.
Okay,
Okay. Once you have the .baq file, that you can able to import it wherever you want it. So while you're importing it, there are different procedures are available using SSMS tool, using Transact SQL, using Azure Data Studio. Each step has its own way of doing it. Just we are going to say as a restore database, then we are going to get it.
okay, okay, fine.
Right. Okay, anyhow, the database movement is all things is not data engineering activities. Okay, there are people, don't worry. And over the night, they'll not ask you to do it everything. Okay, we have the POCs, we have the uh, full-fledged amount of time. Okay,
Sir, when are
right.
you starting a new Power BI batch?
A couple of days back it started. If you want, you can continue today onwards. You can continue 8 to 9.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this Power BI class is also supported by the DATIC, sir?
No, data engineering is the what we are providing for them. Power BI is a separate. Maybe you need to take it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Then tomorrow we'll
Sir,
meet. Yeah. Yeah.
sir, small question. Sir, AWS is not covered under this course, right? So do we need to learn that or?
Yeah, AWS we are not going to cover. Very clear. AWS as well as GCP both we are not going to cover. But AWS data engineer separate course is there, separate faculty is there. GCP data engineer also separate course is there, separate faculty is there.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank
Okay, yeah. Because Time is important, right? We cannot cover within the given time, 2.5 months or whatever it is. Everything we cannot cover. Even covering this Azure data engineering itself is big headache.
Yeah, but in interviews they'll ask all together, right? So that's
May not be. If you put Azure data engineering, their scope will be Azure data engineer only. They
okay.
will not
Okay,
ask all.
okay. So thank
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so actually, our background from the bachelor's, we are from agriculture and biotechnology background. So we are taking up this data engineering classes now. So is it better to take data engineering or data science because we are not familiar with the coding?
Data science is a very tough area. Okay, comparatively data engineering, data science is more tough area.
Okay, so it is better to choose data engineering.
Yeah,
Yes.
data analyst also can able to think about it. Think data analyst or data engineers.
Okay, sir. And like I got some links in the WhatsApp as well. So like, what is a step-by-step process? Like, what all skills to learn for the data engineering?
Whatever I listed here in the GitHub, I listed here, right? So those things only we are going to learn about it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So forget about what you need to learn. Just follow whatever I am teaching every day. That concepts only you try to follow. And that concept, whatever I explained, some reason you need more examples, go Google and try to verify more examples. Okay. But syllabus wise, whatever I given here syllabus, that is more than enough to clear the interviews to work as a Azure data engineer. Okay. Because people came with the different background and all the concepts in the class itself sometimes may not able to understand about it. At that moment, you have to spend more time and you have to explore more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because suddenly I will write, okay, hey man, this is the stored procedure. I will be writing here. Then whatever code I written, you may not able to understand immediately because you don't know what is procedure. Those all. Suppose this is some SQL I written here. I written some state procedure with some parameters and blah blah. I will explain very high level, but I cannot go too much deep and I cannot explain what is parameter here, what is syntax of procedure, what is update here, what is set. These are all things I cannot able to explain, right? As you came from some other biotechnology and area, it is a totally new term to you, right? So at
Yes.
that moment, you need to explore more. Okay, what is procedure in the SQL? What is parameter in the SQL? Those things you have to explore more.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Any
Sir,
questions?
regarding certification, regarding certification, how, like, is it really worth doing certification or focus on marketing, which is good?
Your company is sponsoring, then anyone is sponsoring the money of the this DP203. It costs around 200 USD. It is sponsoring, then you can do it from your pocket. Better once you got the job, you can do it.
And how difficult it is to clear that DP203?
It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Okay, you can able to clear it after 4 or 5 months of time from now.
What about the Power BI certification, sir?
Yeah, same. They're also can able to clear it after the course. You will able to clear it.
Same
And there
four
are
four
other
months
ways
of.
also available. Yeah, there are other ways also available. If you need the certificate, without you also, we are going to clear behalf of you. There are backdoor things are there for that. Okay, but I recommend you people to do it. Okay.
Okay. Um, so if I'm choosing data engineer path, does it make sense getting a certificate in Power BI?
Mm, End of the day, we will be falling under the bucket of analytics, right? So if you go and try to see my starting slide, okay, if you go to the cloud data engineering area of whatever I shown here, as part of the demo, this slide is very good slide. If you see this slide, where we are falling, data engineer means where we are falling. We are falling under the analytics. Okay, end of the day, data engineers as well as data analysts both are called as analytics team. Analytics team. Under the analytics team, two roles are there: data engineer role and data analyst role. So if a resource knows data engineering work, data analyst work will have more weightage. You got my point?
Yeah. So do you provide training for Python certificate any chance?
Python certificate. Who is going to provide Python certificate? That is a question now.
I mean, I don't know, like if there is
Yeah,
any Python certification.
right, right. There is no certificate from the brand itself. Okay, for example, now ADF certificate you want it. I mean ADF or this kind of Azure. Microsoft is providing us, right? We can able to take it. But in case of Python, there is no direct provider. It's an open source one, right?
Sir, I do
Okay,
have
so there
one
is
doubt.
no certification. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. I do have one doubt. Like, so I'm having a past experience with the AWS. So, can I get the contact details or any links of the classes which you said mentioned that AWS and GCP is with another faculty? You know.
Yeah, you can contact HR. Okay, you know HR details, right? So in the first page of this itself, we have in the top, I provided please contact Renko for training and exam, right? You can contact this number. She's going to help you. Okay. Okay then. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye.
So tomorrow there is no class.
Yeah, tomorrow means Monday. Thank you.